What is good, homies? This is Chris, joined by the rest of my small hat, actually just small hat Nick today. But we also have special guest, or he's just become guest at this point, because he's always here. Manifest. If you're not already subscribed to him, name's in the title of the video. You can go ahead and give that a click, subscribe. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into this. Today we're doing the OP04 tier list. And yeah. Anything before we jump into this, boys?
I've only just noticed how large you made Iceberg's tier.
It has to be. We always run out of space. Like,
You're not wrong.
They always end up there somehow.
So, with that being said, we'll jump into this. This will be the first time where I'm pretty sure, God forbid, we've forgotten any leaders. I think they're all here this time. Chronological order. And I guess we'll just jump around. So, okay. One thing we did in the last one that I liked that made this a lot easier was we stuck a leader in every tier so that we had something to compare them against, and it made it a lot
You
easier.
see I'm missing a leader already.
Are we missing a leader, really? Who is it?
Mono Red Uta.
Fucking hell. God damn it.
You got them real good. And you organized all these all pretty.
I really did. I'm not gonna... Alright, so, okay. Well, so we'll just start with Uta then.
Put her in the Iceberg.
She'll be an Iceberg tier. That's alright, there we go. We've started with a leader that's not even on the tier list. Okay, boys, so let's go ahead. Okay, well, I mean, Uta's in the Iceberg tier, but what's another leader just so that there's a visual representation on the screen? What is a leader we would definitely stick in the Iceberg tier?
Iceberg.
Shanks.
Actually, no, I think Manny's right. I think it is.
Like, why do you not start it with the man
that's a very good point. Alright, Iceberg. Problems with him. Leader, he can't attack. Every turn, he's establishing a body, but his bodies have to stick before they can swing. So if you're able to answer his bodies, there's just entire turns where he never takes a card out of your hand, or he just does anything, and then the bodies that he can play just aren't all that great. The only one that's really even like threatening in any kind of way is Polly, and he has like restrictions to even be able to pop. I don't know. This is just a very problematic. Actually, he is problematic, just not in the... He's not problematic for the game, he's problematic for himself, so...
My only take is that if it wasn't for the mouse, the card is unplayable.
The mouse?
The mouse on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, Tyrannosaurus.
Yes, if it wasn't for Tyrannosaurus, the card is unplayable.
Yeah.
I do think in that same vein, we should put a leader who can't attack in S tier, Rebecca, where she belongs.
Alright, so then we will move over to S tier, and this is a leader that can't attack done right. And yeah, that's
the
Rebecca.
craziest part to show the complete scale of like there's leaders that can attack and they can still be the best deck in the format.
There is a leader.
That is the problem though, because if you can't attack, you can't fight for the board. So you have to be able to control the board through other means. And Rebecca has all the tools to be able to do that. She can pop stuff. She has a body that sticks to the board, so it fights for the board the entire game unless blue happens to bottom deck it. Because it's never dying through combat. Red isn't popping it. Like, Kyros is never leaving the board. Then she has a win condition and 7-drop Luffy. Like, there's just so much that they did. And not to mention, just on top of it, it's like, Iceberg is a 5-life leader that cannot attack, and he's 1 color. Rebecca is just power creep. She's still 5 life, but she just has access to 2 colors, and one of them's a very good color. The other color is not so much. However, come next set, there will be a leader that does break this color combination. But we're in OP04, so that's what we'll talk about for right now. So then, with that being said, what is a leader that we would stick in the C tier? What's a perfectly average middle ground leader?
I would say for set 4. I think a good middle ground leader would be for C tier, Law. I think would be a good.
Nah, I think that's too low for Law.
That's definitely too low for Law. I don't agree with that at all.
Well, we don't have C plus or B minus, so.
I don't think he would even be a B minus. I think
I would say Law would be B to A.
I think he's also B to A. I think he is.
Magellan could be C tier.
Okay. Alright, but there has to be a more concrete...
Ivankov?
Actually, Ivankov, I stand by that because he's still a decent
he's
leader,
perfect,
and then like he still has access to like Red Rock and all that.
I don't know if you're using. I don't know if he's the best utilizer. Well, then again, that's why he's in the middle tier. So okay.
Yeah, that's why he's in the middle tier.
Yeah. All right, then Ivankov. That's a perfectly good example. Oh, what's a D tier leader? The one where there's just no debate. They belong in the D tier.
Arlong.
I was going to say Kuro or Arlong. Yeah.
I think Kuro is the better. I think an argument could probably be made for Arlong. I don't think there's any defending Kuro. I think he just goes Steve. And then an A tier leader for this set would be.
If we're going this set, you said A tier?
Or just in general, just anything from here that we can drop in A tiers for comparison.
Purple green.
Where is he?
He's right next to.
Oh, here he
is. At the
is.
bottom where there is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is. He is an A tier leader. He's really good, but he's not. He's not Rebecca.
He has a very hard time versus Blue.
In a past tier list, I said I thought he'd be the best leader of that set, and if I was wrong, I would own it, and here I am. Yeah. No, Rebecca did turn out to be the better leader. Dofy just had a wild period where he just started doing a lot better, and he just fell the fuck off.
Well, no,
both me and Brandon predicted Rebecca being the best leader, didn't we?
Yeah.
I will say though, it's just the fact that like Red Rock has found like such a strong point in the meta, and then like Dolphy has a hard time against Blue. I think that's his hardest matchup.
Well, the best Blue deck doesn't even run Red Rock though, is the thing. And Rebecca. So I don't even know if it's that really. If we're being complete, because Rebecca doesn't even really opt to run blue cards outside of Kaya, is the thing. Maybe a 3000 Worlds if they're feeling frisky, but I don't know. And then a perfectly good B tier leader.
I would have said Queen.
I'm thinking
Lolo.
Queen. All right, well then that's good then. That's a very good indicator. All right, so now we have an example of what each tier looks like, what the power level of each tier looks like. So filling these in should be a lot easier now, because leaders will have stuff to compare them to. So then I guess we'll go ahead and start with, let's just get a conversation out of the way. We are into OP04. We're moving into a brand new set. What is going on with Whitebeard? Whitebeard?
If our ban list goes away.
If the ban list goes away? Okay, so I know. Then let's do this. All right, there are two Whitebeards now. If the ban list stays as is.
Like you make one like black and white or something, or.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Wide
Becca, brother.
Wide Becca.
I think so. Okay, he's still the best performing leader of OP04. That's not even really up for debate. Rebecca doesn't even come close. It's not even close. He's by far the best leader, and there's oh my god. Now, however, though, if this list stays in place, and we're all speculating, where does he fall?
I say he goes A.
Yeah, still say he's A.
Like he's still a fantastic leader. It's just obviously
nothing from OP04 besides the zero cost red event, to be honest. So he'll just stick to playing the straw hat. Like
I think he's still better than
which is still strong.
Even.
I don't think he's better than Dolphy. If
you don't think so?
If he only has the one Whitebeard and the one Radbeard. Oh god. the one Whitebeard, the one Radbeard, and the one Marco. I think Dolphy is better, but they're both A tier.
I think Dofy has. Who do you think has the better Rebecca matchup? I would think Whitebeard.
I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
Well, then again, I think Whitebeard dies.
I would think Rebecca. No. Yeah, because you have black and you have all the good black.
Well, I was gonna say because like Whitebeard is because right now as it is without the list, Whitebeard Whitebeard dumpsters Rebecca. Oh. He's the better leader by far. And that's her with her 7-drop Luffy doing the double attack nonsense and all that. But I guess he does lose 3 radical beams. I don't know.
He loses 3 radical beams, 3 Marco, and 3 Whitebeard. I think what it is that like in simple math, there's 1 in 4 games that your game plan follows through with Rebecca because you hit the 1 Rad, you hit the 1 Whitebeard, you hit the 1 Marco. But then the other 3/4 of the time where the other 3 copies would have come in, you don't have them, and that's when like I'm like, what's the 3-drop Kuro? my Cruzero, the dad.
The dad of
What's his
what?
name?
Oh, Kiros.
Oh, my Kiros, yeah, Kiros. Like, you know, like if you don't have like the blocker Marco and the Rad Bean to hold off the push, and then the Whitebeard to hold down, you know, the late game. Like Rebecca is just chasing all of your characters. Like the moment you play them, she's just chasing them.
Honestly, I still think Whitebeard is the better leader, but I don't really have, as Trevor says a lot, a horse in this race. I don't really care too much one way or the other. He's he's a top tier A leader, hit or not hit. So I mean, don't want to spend too much time on Whitebeard. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I guess we were having a discussion about Law earlier. So there he is. Actually, no. Let's talk about Zoro. Zoro is an OP04 threat still.
Yeah, and he doesn't play any new OP04 cards.
He doesn't play any new cards. It's OP03 Zoro. He's just beating face into OP04. OP03 Zoro still beating face into OP04 the same way Whitebeard is, honestly.
Yep.
And because not even all Whitebeard lists even opt to run the new event. It's the thing. So like these are two fossils that just
keep existing.
Yeah, they just don't need to change whatsoever. They're the coelacanth, the fish that just does not need to evolve.
I thought you were gonna say the ceiling. I was like, oh.
No.
I would think either the lower end of A or the highest B.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm thinking he's either low Whitebeard or high A. This is like one of the most topping leaders of OP04 as far as we've seen in Japan. This leader is now the thing is he fucking dies to Rebecca. And I think with that being said, I think he's top of A. I don't think there's a conversation where Zoro ever goes into B though. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
That's insanity. Alright, boys. What would be...
I say with the conversation of Law, because we were on it, it was right next to it. Like, Law gets dumpstered by Zoro, which is wild because Law is a better deck, but just Fire Fist is a card.
He also gets dumpstered by Rebecca.
Yeah, Little Bodies Kairos pops him, so I still think he would probably be the low end of A now. So I still think he's better than Blurple Queen.
Yeah, it's like, cause it's like so it's him getting to his shambles is already a problem because Rebecca just rams her bodies. Because Stage lets all her bodies just ram into whatever he puts on the board. But then it's like, even once he's gotten the shambles off and he's got law blockers on the board and all that, it doesn't matter. Because, like, Law hides behind his law blockers and everything. Luffy just comes out and swings into them, just takes them out. It just doesn't matter. Like, there's no... A 6k blocker doesn't mean anything to Rebecca. You don't have to invest into Luffy to be able to swing into a law blocker. One Dawn and that's already 2k over, like... It's really bad. It's insanely bad. Honestly, like I think he's like really low A. You know, I don't think you can have a bad matchup to two of the best decks, and you know. And with that being said, let's move over to let's have an interesting conversation. Let's because all this has been very meta so far. Let's do some speculation. Where are we gonna put a leader like let's Yellow Yamato.
I think Yamato is Actually, you know what? I think Yamato should have been like the leader for the C group.
I was also going to say that.
I think it's the C. I think it's the best C tier deck.
Because I was gonna say I was going to say B, but then I saw Queen, and she's not nearly as good as Queen. Yeah,
I would say she's the best C tier deck, or the bottom of B, depending on what we end up putting in B behind Queen. But if not, she is the best C tier deck.
She could potentially end up in B, but yeah, because Queen is far better than Yamato. It's not even close.
She does get the really good tool, the 9-drop Yamato that she really needs, because right now she doesn't have a good end game like for Yellow, because they have the biggest mom, the 10-drop big mom, and she doesn't get access to that. So it's like there's this huge 10-drop play that she's supposed to do, and she doesn't have it.
Yeah.
With the 9-drop Yamato, it kind of puts her in the same field. And then her being a Whitebeard during your opponent's turn is still strong. Like even though it only triggers when she has 2 life, that's still strong. And then she has events if there's ever like she needs to heal, she can heal on a dime.
Yeah.
So
this is a leader I used to hold a very low opinion of until I was playing against Trevor, and he was just rocking my shit left and right. Now, I mean, to be fair, I was playing Luffy, who just dies to yellow in general, but still, he at least convinced me that there is something to this leader. I don't think, because before Trevor, I thought she was like a D, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so then next we will move on to, let's talk about Garp. Let's talk about a leader like Garp.
Who?
What do you think about this boy? Now,
you had him right a second ago, right there.
This is what I love about, I find very funny about the OP04 conversation and Garp is everybody keeps talking about how he has an OTK and how he can search it all out with Nami.
What's the OTK? I never heard of this.
Oh, so it's how he now has he has access to the 7-drop Luffy. He has access to Diable Jambe. He has access to the event that makes Luffy gain 4K and double attack.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, I don't think that's real, but I don't know if that's really how you built this leader, but I think it's better than Kuro. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Do we think he's in D? I think he's in D.
No, he is in D. He's in D. I'll now change the fact. I just don't know if he's better than Kuro.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think Kuro's more consistent than Garp.
You think so? I don't know. 7-drop Luffy's still 7-drop Luffy. Him not having rush makes him a lot not. I mean, the Luffy not having rush is a lot more underwhelming,
because like a real OTK is what Kuro could do when you're like at like 2 life and Kuro hits you 4 times or 3 times.
How is that an OTK if you're at 2 life?
It's the closest thing to OTK we have in this game.
No, I think Garp is the closest thing we have to an OTK. Actually, no, realistic, it's Rebecca. It's Rebecca. But, you know what? I'm gonna do it for the Garp enjoyers. They don't really get much, I'm gonna give them this.
They don't get much, they can have this.
Yeah, I'll let them get this.
Let them out.
I'll let them get higher in D than Kuro. I don't think that's too much.
Kuro's pussyfoot technique.
Yeah, which he didn't even do in the live action, but whatever. Okay, a leader like, all right, let's talk meta again. And if we're talking meta, I think that means you gotta talk about Odin.
Who?
Odin. Oh my god. So
Who?
My boy, Heart Pirates TCG Joey, is convinced that Odin has got some sauce. That's what he said. His words, not mine. He said Odin's got some sauce. He thinks Odin's cooking something. I have yet to see it. I'm gonna be honest. I have yet to see it. So until I do,
I think he's where he belongs.
I think he's in D tier. Joey, if you ever wanna show me what Odin's cooking, I'm down for that. But until then, your boy is
in Iceberg tier.
Right here in Iceberg tier.
Chilling. He's chilling right next to Ice Pops.
Well, I don't know if he's right next. I think Ice Pops is gonna, as this tier list goes on, I think he gets lower and lower. But
of course.
For right now, though, that's where he goes. Okay. What leader do you want to talk about, Manny?
I think one that people might be curious about, is Nami. Where Nami stands in all this.
Where Nami stands in all this. That's a good question.
Hello, Magellan.
Honestly, she was a leader I was avoiding talking about until the list filled out more, because I just don't fucking know.
Okay, no, that's fine. Alright, then my second would be, I would say Red Green Luffy.
Okay, I don't think there's much to talk about there. I think we just...
Yeah, I think that man just goes and...
We just drop him.
No, I think he's a D leader. He has 2 really good colors, and he has a kill combo like Kaido.
What's his kill combo?
The kill combo
it's
is...
not the 5-drop Luffy, is it? Please tell me it's not
Yes,
fucking.
the
No,
fucking-
oh my
it's
fucking god,
Luffy.
man.
You're gonna tell me if you have the
He has
Rock
to
Luffy
stick to
established-
the board to do it. You can't play him and do it at the same turn.
I'm not,
no,
well,
the
that's why
Nami.
he's in D tier.
No,
That's why
there's a
he's in
Nami.
D tier.
If you have a Don Nami, you can actually do it the turn you play the Luffy.
Yeah. Also, I'm not putting him above D tier. I'm just saying he's not Ice Pops. I'm not trying to say he's great. I'm just saying he's better than being with Odin.
I'll let you have that. I don't. I don't think this is hurting anybody. Okay. Well, there he is.
You know what? He has red cards. Case closed.
I don't know. Uta's
got
in
more
Iceberg
life.
tier and she gets red.
He's got 4 life, and I think Uta's better than him. I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Let's talk about 2 Dofi players in the call. Let's talk about Dofi. He now has Red Rock and 3,000 Worlds. You guys are the Dofi players, so your opinion on this matters far more than mine. You guys have this discussion.
That's
Dofi who?
I
as
think,
long as
Let me
he's
elaborate.
above-
Blue Dofi.
yeah.
Okay.
I
As long
would
as he's
think-
above Ivankov, I don't care.
Yeah,
But
he
I don't
is.
think he's higher than C.
Really? I think he's the lowest of B. I think he's the lowest of B because it's the fact that like he has a very good red matchup and then because we're gonna have Red Rock next set, it lets his yellow matchup becomes significantly better. It's not that it's still not hard, but it becomes significantly easier. So I would say that he does rise to the occasion because the red deck still can't match up to him because they're still playing set 3 lists. Just like he could beat the set 3 Zoro and Whitebeards. He just needed the Red Rock to deal with the yellow matchup.
Okay, so I can.
I also don't know how Delphi plays in Durabeka, to be honest.
So
Yeah,
I think,
but that's just something we'll figure out when.
because I
in the game
think
time.
we'll just put a pin in him for just 1 minute then. Just the one thing that should make it easier to rank him should be where do we think a leader like Katakuri goes?
Easy B.
He's B.
So okay, all right, that's what I was thinking too. All right, so
I
if
think-
Katakuri is B, I'll let you guys continue your conversation from there.
Yeah,
I still say top of C.
I still say the bottom of B. I think he's better than anything the C tier could really produce. Because everything else that is on the same tier as we believe as Yamato and Ivankov, I think Dolphy is significantly better than those. So like that automatically has to put him into B to some effect.
So,
And then because his yellow matchup is easier,
okay,
that's
so
all.
I guess until this fills out more then, because you are the Dofi players and you are not in agreement, he will hang out in the middle of these 2 tiers on the outskirts as we wait for this to fill out, and maybe that conversation, well, I don't know. So then let's go ahead and I guess if we're gonna talk about leaders, we should talk about leaders that again I guess will be relevant to Dofi. What's another leader that Dofi lost to?
That loses to?
Yeah,
Big
what? You said Beppo?
Green Kid.
Mom. Big Mom.
Oh, okay, because I was also thinking Big Mom, just because it's yellow. So where do you
Yeah.
think she is? I think she's better than Katakuri, I'm not gonna lie.
He is better than Kari.
And I think she's... Oh, this is Queen. I thought this was Croc for a minute. I was like, why the fuck is Croc in B?
No.
Oh, this is yellow, Purple Croc.
No,
You know, I
Queen
think...
is better than Big Mom, but Big Mom's better than Cat.
Yeah. B's just the yellow tier, huh?
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like. Okay. Big Mom has the better Whitebeard matchup than Katakuri. Is a reason that she's above him. She has just better matchups in general. She's more well-rounded than Katakuri. Is the thing there.
She has a much better consistent late game because obviously she gets to filter through her life in her hand.
She actually gets to
and then
abuse
stack it.
what
Yeah.
Yellow wants to do also. Because Katakuri isn't really playing Yellow's game. He's kind of just... He's playing Yellow cards, and he's just swinging 7 every turn.
Yeah.
Whereas Big Mom is actually playing Yellow. She's manipulating triggers and stuff.
True.
And she's
I do
like
think we
healing
can-
and all that. She's actually playing Yellow. I think that's why I think she's so much better than Katakuri. Which is funny. Because for the longest time, it was kind of unanimous that he was the better yellow leader. But as the set has gone on, even in OP03, I think by the end of it, she was just the better leader. Just because this matchup matters. Because I mean, of course, this matchup matters too. Because this is him with and without the ban list. He's still at the top of the fucking tier list.
Exactly.
Like, okay. Let's talk about a leader like Isho.
I put him in C. He obviously didn't find a place over in the East. He didn't find a place. I don't think he's better than Yamato, but I know there has to be a build. There has to be something.
I think there is.
He has two very generically good abilities. He has a good color pool. I mean, hopefully us here in the West, we could crack the code and figure it out. But
I was gonna say that's my cope. I think he's just not. I've been coping on him for a minute. I just don't think he's figured out. I don't have faith in Japan to figure him out. I think that America will do something with this leader, and I think he'll end up in B tier by the end of it. But
I hope so.
But with what we currently have and the actual facts and data and what we've seen, even C might. No, I was gonna say even C might be too high, but that's crazy because then I looked below him and I saw Garp.
Because I kind of hope he ends up kind of how like Dolphy did here in the West, where like Dolphy in the East, like he was doing good, but he didn't top anything. And then like at least here in the West, I'm not saying he topped a lot, but he topped and a handful of times.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, he hasn't done anything. I don't know. And then that's another thing too. If we do keep the list, he's also playing in a different meta than he's playing in Japan. So that's also something we could have going for him. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see.
I have faith. He's in C begrudgingly. I don't want him in there, but I think until he does something to prove it, that's where he is for right now.
Sir, how about a leader we can agree on? Black Luffy can probably go in Iceberg.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this leader's fucking ass. Where is he?
He's left
over by VB.
He's right.
Oh, there he is.
Arlong.
This leader's so bad. This leader is so bad. Literally, I don't know what And I guess for people that aren't aware, he is every time you destroy something on your opponent's board, he gains a rusted dawn. So, like the average turn with him, he'll either have no leader ability, or maybe on average he'll be swinging 6 with his leader ability. On a good turn, he'll be swinging 7 with his leader ability.
Ooh.
And if you high roll with him, I think that's the craziest part about him too. Like if you high roll, if you drop like a fucking Shanks on the board, and your opponent has 4 targets that die to him, like all that you had to do there, even then the payoff is still like gaining 3 or 4 dawn. Like there's just this leader is not good.
Yeah, it's not. And then even for your scenario, because the Shanks only kills 1-drops, right?
Yeah.
So that means for whatever reason you either lowered your opponent's board so that there's 4 1-drops, or they just sillily played 4 1-drops.
I was thinking the high roll. I was thinking maybe there's an Isho on their board. Like there's an Isho on your board, and they happen to have like a board full of 4s and lower. Like I don't know. There's just a lot. But it's like even in that scenario, that's not worth it. That's just not good.
Put him right there.
And then he's competing with other black leaders, like Smoker, who we haven't tiered yet, so I guess that doesn't mean anything, and Lucci. Actually, so we'll just go ahead and.
I would argue
I think he might be worse
that Sakazuki is better than that Luffy.
What? Oh yeah, he is. I don't think it's up for debate. Sakazuki has a leader ability. Like what?
Sakazuki's gonna get used with those Celestial Dragon cards, brother.
Yup.
Yo, he might. Okay, let's talk about Smoker. I think it's actually let's talk about Sakazuki. Smoker's boring conversation.
Smoker, I'll say he's in D tier. It's just Black gets new cards like
Sakazuki or Smoker?
He's gaining brand new. He's gaining brand new. He's gained Isho. He can actually get things low enough to actually pop his leader ability now. I don't know if you're using it really, but I mean, he's not the leader he was like 2 sets ago,
Yeah.
He is better. There are other. Why would you ever run him when you can run Smoker? Is the thing, you can run.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's his problem. I think if Smoker didn't exist, I think Sakazuki would probably see play. And then let's talk about Zephyr. Let's talk Z.
God, he's so near and dear to my heart.
I know he is. Now I'm just giving you a hint.
There
Take his ass
is
to the principal's office.
Yeah, there is a spicy thing that I'm cooking up with him for set 5, but set 4 is not his time. He belongs in D. He does not belong in Iceberg because even though he does have a high roll control setup with the 10-drop Kuzan or the 8-drop Isho,
right,
and then him controlling the board, like if he can get to that state, he wins. Now it's hard for him to get to that state and not be in like a losing position. Like before he gets there because the game is just a little bit too fast.
Now, what I will say is, what I think is worth acknowledgement here is, his Zoro's matchup has only gotten worse, and Zoro's one of the best decks.
Yeah, but he's not Iceberg. But like exactly where you have him right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's where I think he
back end of
belongs.
yeah.
I think he's on the cusp of slipping into this tier. I think if there's ever a set where this leader dies, I think he skyrockets. But I think as long as Zoro is one of the best decks, I don't know how you ever justify running Zephyr.
Yeah.
It's an auto loss. It was an auto loss in OP02. Now we're going into OP04 where Zoro got fucking stupid in OP03. I don't know what they did with that leader. He just got dumb out of nowhere. And Zephyr could not compete with an OP03 Zoro. So that means so he definitely can't compete with the OP04 Zoro, but OP04 Zoro is OP03 Zoro. He just has not changed. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's talk about a meta leader. You said Kid earlier, man. Let's talk about Kid.
I think Kid is in this weird C spot where there's moments where you're like, yup, that's a C tier leader, but then there's moments where he becomes an A tier leader where you're like, damn, how do I actually stop this man? But I think C is a good spot, maybe the highest of C actually now that I think about it.
I feel like people are sleeping on Kid. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't really have anything to back it. I think he's low B, but I think people are sleeping on Kid. I think
I could see B tier because like I got bodied by Kid at a locals, brother, and it's just like it was Trevor. It was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was Trevor, but like it hurts still.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because during set 2 we were still abusing like Jet Pistol, and now in set 3, like Jet Pistol is almost non-existent, you know?
Yeah.
And then like there's a fire because everyone switched the Jet Pistols to Fire Fist to deal with like the Zoros and the Lulls. So what I think happened is that with Jet Pistols it was kill 6k. So you're like, okay, to deal with the big drop kid, I just Otama Jet Pistol. 2 cards, we're done with the big kid, you know?
Yeah.
But now, even if you like had the means, the minimum you do is Gordon and then Fire Fist. And that's still 3 cards. He has to discard an event for Fire Fist.
Yeah.
That's 3 cards to deal with the 8-drop kid. And then Black, yeah, the argument is Black could pop it, but how Black is being played right now, because everything's so low to the ground, they don't have like big combo turns where they're dropping the 8-drop kid to 3 costs for Kobe to kill it, or 0 for something else to kill it. So yeah. I think right now there's a good argument for the 8-drop kid. But in set 4, there's gonna be like Red Rock. There's gonna be Kata.
There's only Red Rock though. Oh,
Kata.
Well, I don't know. Katakuri's not. He kind of like disappeared in. I don't know. Maybe it's just Japan. But in Japan, like Katakuri's kind of disappeared. I don't know. So I don't know if that's something.
Katakuri.
Yeah. I mean, like 8 cost Kata just throws the kid into life. Because
again, yeah, I was gonna say because I was thinking like Katakuri died off, but I forgot the deck now that we do have to think about is Blurple Queen, and Blurple Queen loves Katakuri.
Yeah, so it's things like that where it's like blue finally has the cleanest answer for it, even though red is slowly taking out the cards that usually dealt with the 8-drop kid. So that's why I think he's in C.
I think yellow still has the cleanest answer to it because yellow establishes a body in the process, and then if it's in queen, then queen gains a life off of it on top of it. I don't know. I will say also there is when we were in Orlando and we were sharing the Airbnb with Gabe, which is you know, one of the most winningest Whitebeard players of all time, he thinks very highly of this leader. He thinks that this leader's also... He was actually the one that convinced me that this leader is being slept on. Because, like, you know, Gabe is an accomplished Whitebeard player. He's actually just an accomplished One Piece player in general. And he just thinks that this is a good leader. So I think his opinion, I do value it. So I do think this is a high tier leader as well.
Yeah, then I'll then put it there. I'm just thinking of set 4. Like, if we think of it in set 3, I think realistically in set 3, he's a B tier leader. I just think in set 4 because there's just more.
Oh, wait, no, you're saying the opposite of what I thought. Never mind.
No. I'm saying he's B. Okay. I'm just concerned with the cards that deal with him now that everyone plays.
Yeah, well, that's just 8 drops though, and I think Kid is more than 8 drop.
All right. Yeah, he is. He's a double swing. So like when your opponent, like once you get to that turn where you're like, oh, I need 2 hits, but they killed my board, I'm still swinging. Oh snap!
Who do we have?
Who the fuck? It's scary.
A wild small hat appeared.
All right. Say something again. Or I don't know if I can hear you or not.
This is where you play the Pokemon battle music when the Pokemon appear.
Sorry guys, I was just trying to see like stream it without jumping in.
Oh, if I don't care, it's whatever. I'm not doing the.
Oh yeah, hop in.
What's your audio at? I can barely hear you.
Oh no, I won't even talk. You guys, y'all be.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay. All right.
He just wants to watch.
I see. All right.
If I early ask us.
Yeah, he joined the Patreon.
don't rank my boy that low.
Which
boy?
Blue Croc and Ace.
God, I forgot about Ace. Let's talk about Ace.
No.
Okay, so I think for Ace, we'll have to do the same thing we did for Whitebeard.
I was about to say, we have to talk about the nerfs again. Nerfs, he's in Iceberg tier.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. If the nerfs stay, he's
not Iceberg.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
D. I think he's in D.
He is not in the Iceberg tier. He is like D.
I think he's a D tier leader with the nerfs. He's still a mono. He's still a 5 life leader with access to red, and he turns all his events into counter in hand. He literally never doesn't have counter in hand. That's not a D tier leader. Look at fucking Black Luffy and tell me Ace is this bad.
Yes.
That's crazy. No, you guys are off. He's going in D tier.
No, listen.
How about this? It's Nerf Ace at the bottom of D tier, and then full power Ace at the top of D tier.
I will say Zeph is better than Ace. Zeph is better than Ace. Nerf Ace.
No, I don't think that Zoro can exist, and you could say Zephyr's better than Ace. This is correct.
Yes, crazy. It does.
That's
because
crazy.
You have to realize, man. You have to realize Ace. Let's take Whitebeard out of the equation, because there's Ace players that don't even play Whitebeard. Take Whitebeard out of the equation. There's only 1 Marco and 1 Rad B. In the original list, you would play 4 Marco, 4 Rad B.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that only. What I care about is if I'm going to compete in an event and I have to pick between Zephyr or Ace, I'm going to pick Ace because if I am Zephyr and I ever run into a Zoro, I've automatically lost that matchup. And Zoro is not only a really good deck, he's also a very popular deck. So I think if you have to make the meta call, you never pick Zephyr.
You know why Zeph is the better leader? Just by very simplistic terms.
What?
He has Borsalino as a card. That's not
enough, man. He's 4 life.
No.
He's 4 life, man.
You were talking bad.
He's 4 life and he gets fucking dumpstered by Zoro.
Exactly. Ace can beat Zoro and Law. Zephyr just dies to Zoro.
That's also true. Ace is one of the decks that can run 4 copies of Fire Fist if he wants to. Law is just dead. Anytime Law hits into an Ace, a trigger is coming out of life that's popping something on the board. Literally. What?
I like how we're fighting for the bottom of D tier. You know what? Put them wherever you want. I don't have a horse in this game.
All right. Well, here's Ace in D tier. Now, Ace without nerfs is, I think, a
better conversation.
Yeah.
Ace without the nerfs.
Like
I put him B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he deals with the Law, he deals with the Zoro. I would also arguably say he has a decent matchup to Rebecca.
What? How?
I think so. Because the fire fist deals with the.
It doesn't answer Kiros, and it doesn't answer Borsalino. It doesn't answer Sabo.
It deals with Kiros in a way that it forces them to have to tap something.
It forces them to tap their stage.
Yeah, it forces them to tap the stage.
And then they still have their leader, and they still have counter in hand. Here's how I'm looking at it. If I'm an ace player, there's never in a million fucking years would I fire fist to Kiros. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, I'm just saying sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Worst case scenario. I'm just saying he does better against Rebecca than Z. But anyway, wait, why am I back on this horse? Never mind. Back to what we were saying.
Okay. I think that he's worse than Queen. I'm a Yellow Big Bomb believer. I'm not gonna lie. I think Yellow Big Bomb's better than him.
I think he's better than Kid, but he's not better than the two yellow leaders.
I agree with that 100%. Also, because it was also like even in OP03 when we ranked him, he was behind Katakuri. They were in separate tiers, but he's behind Katakuri.
Yeah.
So it's only fitting he's still behind Katakuri. That just makes sense.
Because like Ace has every clean out to Kid. Because
every clean out, do you mean Flame Emperor? And that's it?
Yeah. Hey, it's clean out, right?
You said every clean out. You're like, there's multiple.
There is.
Hey, I'm gonna say
the blocker. He fire fisted.
An out that gets rid of the Kid and then gives you attack and double attack. Damn good. That's a damn good out.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah,
a good out,
I know.
Every clean out is him saying that there's multiple outs.
I think Ace still runs Jet Pistol also though, so that with like Otama, and then not to mention Ace also runs the one event that lowers by 4K. He actually has multiple outs to Kid now. I think.
Lowers by 10K. Yeah, the round table.
No, not the round table.
Well, there's that also, but
no, there's like a 2-cost event that lowers by 4K.
Crossfire.
Oh yeah, Crossfire.
Yeah, he can just crossfire a 8-drop Kid and then fire fisted. Like he has multiple outs to Kid actually. So man, he is right.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm considering a clean out like a 1-card out, like a Katakuri or a Flame Emperor.
Oh, I guess.
No.
Yeah, because I know just trying to stick a 9-beard against an Ace, for example, just doesn't happen. He just outs it every single time. But I guess with that being said, we will move on to let's talk about Purple Shanks.
You put him right there. There you go. You already know what's up.
Let's talk about Purple Shanks. All right, now let's talk about
how low are we gonna put Vivi?
Funny enough,
let's talk about Vivi. Let's talk about Vivi.
I think Vivi's in D tier.
Let's talk about Vivi. I also think she's in D tier.
like she's not Iceberg
also a leader that can't attack.
I think I'm gonna say the same thing I said for Isho. I don't know if she's figured out. I think America will do something with her, but I think she's D tier. I think she's a D tier leader. How low in?
I still remember when you were when me and you were talking about it. I don't remember if it was in another video or in or just like out and about. But like me and you had high hopes for this card. For like,
bro, I still do.
Rush.
Vivi's my ultimate coat. Vivi is what everything I say about Isho, how I cope with him. Vivi's that like times 100. I refuse to believe that a leader that can draw a card on 2 Dawn and give Rush with access to red is bad. It just doesn't make sense in my. It's one of those things where everything is showing me that she cannot do it, and I just want something to prove me right at this point because
every character you play, you're giving extra 2 to its cost to give it Rush. So,
but you draw a card.
Also getting a card.
It's 2 Dawn to +1.
And then like if you go second, the Rush is different from the draw, so you could just like go second, 2 Dawn, tap 2, draw.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about a +2. I mean, a 2 Dawn +1 that does something else on top of it. She can attack is her big thing, but I don't know. I think that this leader. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
what are you doing?
That this leader is.
It's worse than Ace as of right now.
Yeah. I hope that in a month or two, North America has done something with her. Because I want her to be good. But until they do, that's where she is.
Don't worry, because the small hats are going to figure out the build, right? Right, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I haven't even tried. I haven't even fucking bothered. And she just looked like a waste of time. Okay. So, with that being said, let's talk about what's meta on here that has not yet been placed. Let's talk about Lucci.
Ooh. I actually don't know. I'll let y'all talk about it. I play Lucci.
The highest of the black. Like,
I think he's highest. I think he's the high. I think he's behind Queen.
Oh, I wouldn't say that now.
Oh, you think he's lower?
I don't think he's right behind Queen. I would say he's in B tier, but behind Kid.
What? What do you think? What?
Bro, I'm just telling you this right now. Man. Like, yeah, he has a good Whitebeard matchup, but bro, he's fucking dog shit against these other colors, bro. He's straight donkey water.
Okay, well, okay, but where are all these other colors in reference to Whitebeard?
Like, okay, so for example, his yellow matchup is hard, and all of the yellow leaders are, besides Yamato, are in B tier, so he's already pushed behind there. He does not have a clean answer to 8-drop Kid, or Kid leader just beating him in the face twice a turn.
How do you think he plays into Green Purple Dofi?
He doesn't have an out. He cannot beat. Lucci cannot beat Green Purple Dofi.
Okay.
Green Purple Dofi has too much resource and too much counter for Lucci to actually beat him.
Okay. Well, he was ahead of Ace in OP03. So you think Ace is ahead of him now?
I think Ace is below him, but Ace is better than Kid. The Ace, Kid, and Lucci are having this weird threesome right now, and like they're just essentially the same. They're in the same spot. They're fighting for the mid of B tier, the middle of B tier.
I actually think Ace might be better than Lucci and OP04. Because neither of them have really gained anything, but I think as far as new leaders that have come in and new matchups that you have to win, I think Ace wins. Ace, I imagine he has to play better into Dofi than Lucci. I imagine he plays better.
Yes, he does.
Rebecca than Lucci. So I'll stick him there.
You can interchange those 3 cards, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
that's all.
Okay. Let's talk about for the people. Let's talk about Magellan.
He's a good C tier.
I also think he's a good C tier.
He's a good C tier.
I think he's better.
We tried to place him at the beginning, and then you said no.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, because there's nuance to him. He's not like cut and dry, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah, there's nuance to him. I just think now that it's fleshed out, it's easier to see. Like, yeah, he just does go into C, but yeah. Because without all this, I could see an argument to make him low B or something. You know, he's not awful, and he still does. Has he gained anything? I don't think so. Is he better than Yamato? I think he is. No, I think he's not.
No, he's not better than Yamato because unlike the other yellow decks that want to play on curve, Yamato has the luxury to play off curve and still continue their game plan.
That's true. We've only touched one of our starter deck leaders from the first 4. Let's talk about Croc.
Oh, Crocky. That man's wild. That man is actually dangerous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He has had the biggest glow up of all our first 4 leaders.
I will say, I think he's the bottom of A tier.
I could see that. No, I can't justify putting him ahead of Queen.
The thing is, he has the extra life. His ability is a good game
does he have the extra life though? If Queen's whole thing is gaining life all throughout the game,
he does. He does because the thing is, Queen doesn't. Well, all right. So Queen only generates if you have a combination of 4 or less
8 or
cards
higher and 4 or less cards between hand and
life.
Yeah.
Between your hand and life. So it's not like this man is getting to like 8 life and still healing forever, you know?
He
He's just
is,
hard
though.
to kill.
That's the thing. He is.
Can I talk on this as a Croc player? Can I talk on that matchup actually?
Oh wow, Garen appeared.
Sure, go for it.
So, Croc
I thought he was
dumpsters.
gonna be quiet.
No, it isn't about who wins the matchup between Croc and Queen. It's who the better, more well-rounded leader is. Who plays better into the meta. Because we would expect Croc to dumpster Queen. He would just Red Rock Queen's 8-drop, and then that would be the end of that matchup.
Yeah.
But as far as them playing into the other meta leaders, I think Queen would have the better.
No. Well, Garrett, go for it. But go
Yeah,
speak.
because yeah.
So, like, what do you consider meta right now?
Brother, you're looking at the list.
I know. Okay, so, like, Croc beats Rebecca easy. Croc also, if Whitebeard is playing back at full power, and their entire playset or strategy is to just drop 9beards, they lose. So Croc beats.
But no,
Whitebeard
because I
easy.
don't think that they would play. I don't think that they would play into dropping 9beards against Croc.
Then what else do they do?
What do
else
you
does
mean?
Whitebeard try to do?
They do what they do in the
Ace
blue
to
matchups.
fist.
They rely on the ace.
Oh, the ace will never touch you. Like, the ace will just run into a fucking blocker every time.
Bro, Ace fucks up your board.
He
That's
really
all I'm
does.
saying.
Like Ace is Blue's Kryptonite in that matchup.
Yeah, I know ace is Blue's Kryptonite because I've played against it, and every time I've got
Look at you making a comic book reference, you fucking nerd.
what?
What was the reference?
every time I play that matchup, I know ace is kills it. I've always got the counter plus blockers on field to deal with the ace play.
Well, it's not about him connecting with you though. Ace is a tool that picks apart the board.
Yes,
So
yes,
just
that's what
you
I'm
giving
saying.
up a blocker is already Ace playing into you giving up board.
And that's
Yeah, but
fine.
the thing is, with like Croc though, like one of your main blockers is literally the Missile Sunday, which will generate you another event
I
to
understand
then
that.
control the board. So it's one of those things where it's like, unlike other blue decks, when Croc loses a blocker, odds are it's generating him another body, and Croc is able to recycle his events so much that the one red rock is 2 red rock, 3 red rocks, and then and it's something where your opponent starts to just lose their mind because like that's 7 Dawn for the ace. You paid 7, then to deal with the Missile Sunday. The Missile Sunday regenerates the red rock. You still draw a card. You red rock the ace is gone, and then you still paid 6 for 7.
Even
Every day of the week, you win that.
well, no, because the thing about that though is Ace has already served his purpose. He's already minus 2 things down by 3, and he's a rusher, so he's also already swung. So he's already fulfilled his purpose. If he gets answered at that point, because usually you don't even expect the Ace to survive anyway, is the thing. So if you're spending 6 Dawn to answer him, the Whitebeard player happily takes that, because people are usually answering it for free.
Well, I'm still answering it for free. Like, so
6 is not free. That's more
no,
than half your
6 is
turn.
not free. It's not about the 6 thing. It's about the fact that they've played their ace. They've got 3 Dawn standing. If they leave that 3 up just for events or whatever, because if I've got a built board, which I normally do, they're gonna go for their ace swing.
Oh, we don't
Ethan
really have to
Sunday.
discuss this actually, because I just remembered Croc does beat Whitebeard. It's not for any of the reasons we've just discussed though. He wins that matchup just because if they are still on Whitebeard package, he does 3000 Worlds Marco and then he bounces another Marco. That's why he was good into that matchup.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so that's what we should have been talking about. That would have closed it forever ago. So he actually does have the better Whitebeard matchup.
Yeah, like the only problem Croc actually has a problem with is Zoro.
I
And
imagine
if-
he probably plays poorly in the green purple Dofi. Is that not the case?
No, not at all.
because Red Rock beats Red Rock is callback the Kryptonite to Green Purple Dolphy.
Is he?
Yeah, like green purple Dolphy can't build a board quick enough that I'm bouncing it all back to their hand. And by the time I've now played like my 10 drop or my 9 drop Mihawk, I've got 2 to 3 7Ks plus Mihawk now, meaning that anything they try to stick to board is 100% getting bounced back to their hand or bottom deck now. So that even if they do attempt to play their 10 drop, it's getting bottom deck. That's their turn. And then I'm still swinging with 1 to 2, my leader plus one of those other big guys into them. And if they want to try and repeat the same thing, they just get red rocked again.
Yeah. I just don't think Croc is an A-tier leader. But the thing about that is, I'm looking, the fact that Law is an A-tier with Rebecca and Zoro, if we really are putting Law in A-tier, then I think Croc does have to go in A, because I do think Croc's better than Law now. I don't think.
believe that.
Well, that's why I was saying putting Law in B, but what am I saying?
I actually agree with that now. I do think Law is B.
Told you.
Because I think Blurple Queen's better than Law. I'm just not. I don't know. I think Blurple Queen.
I think y'all give Law too much credit. I think he still has the highest ceiling in the game. I think even in set 5, Red Green Law has the highest ceiling in the game. But that's what it is. He has the highest ceiling, but he also has he's his own worst enemy. He can get color locked. Yellow just
actually
good against him.
Okay, wait a minute. Is Croc really as good as Green Purple Dofi? Is that what we're claiming right now?
Yeah.
He's better.
Hold on.
He is better. If in a vacuum, those two decks, Croc is better.
Well, it's not about which deck is better. Or I guess I don't know.
You ask me,
because this leader has accomplishments. This leader has accolades upon accolades upon top. What is Croc has his tops here and there, but he's not doing anything close to the scale of Dofi.
Well,
it's numbers. It's sheer numbers at that
It's just
point.
numbers. It's just numbers.
If there was as many Croc players as there as many Dofi players, you would see Croc up that high.
Yeah. Croc is better than the Dofi. We're not saying Croc auto beats Rebecca or auto beats Whitebeard or auto beats Zoro. He has a good matchup, but he does auto beat the green purple Dolphy.
So we're saying that this leader is right behind Green Purple Dofi and Zoro.
I think he's good where he's at.
Yeah, y'all really don't find that crazy. we're saying that this leader is on the cusp of being damn near as good as Zoro.
We're not saying the leader. I'm saying the tools it has, or what bring it up. The tools.
No. This is a leader tier list, so this is quite literally saying the leader is as good.
Well,
because they're arguing in favor of the leader's placement.
Wait, so if we're not just if we're just talking about the leader by themselves without any other cards.
No. The leader as a whole, they're a complete package. Them and the cards that they have access to. What those cards do
you
for
just
that
said
leader.
It wasn't the cards.
Then yes, then we're talking about his cards.
Right. No.
And
yeah, because I'm not seeing what the confusion is here. We are ranking leaders, and the leaders are based upon their abilities, the cards
against
that they have,
everybody else,
everything. And that same argument is to be made for Zoro. So you're saying Croc with all his cards is as good as Zoro with all his cards?
No, because Croc loses to Zoro. I'm not saying he's right on top of him.
Well, no. What's the only thing separating him is one leader.
Well,
so he's literally on top of Zoro.
No, because the thing is, the other decks that deal with Croc are holding him back. But while Dolphy has better matchups versus those colors, but it just happens that Croc is better than the green purple Dolphy. It's kind of like what's a good example? Like Ace shits on Zoro, right? But because Ace shits on Zoro, it's not like Ace is an A tier.
No. But they're not talking about that one specific matchup. So, because you guys have argued that he is, as far as his placement in the meta, him as a whole, because Ace, we just saw that example with Ace was how Ace wins a specific matchup. Whereas we were saying here, Croc is one of the most, we're saying he's top 5 most well-rounded leaders in the entire game.
Yeah, I'll argue that. He's very consistent. He's able to stack himself. He has a Miss All Sunday to grab any event that he wants back. It doesn't have to be Red Rock. It could be anything else.
I'm gonna agree with Chris. I don't think he's that high up within the top 5 leaders. I don't think he's in there. He could maybe scratch in, but I don't think he's there, honestly. Even though I'm a Blue Croc fan, and I am playing it, I don't think I think Whitebeard, Rebecca, Zoro, Dofi, and Law have some of the best well-rounded abilities in the game.
Yeah, I don't think there's any such thing as a sleeper top 5 leader. I think the top 5 is pretty cut and dry. And I don't think there should ever be any debate as to whether or not you are a top 5 leader. I don't think Croc has earned his place as being top 5 in the game. I think that's crazy.
Okay, all right. Then they put him behind Law.
Okay.
But Chris is thinking of taking Law out. That's the whole thing.
Right? Oh, true.
Oh, he can stay there. He can stay.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine by me. That's fine by me.
All right.
Like I'm advocating that he is in A tier for sure. Like he is one of a good leader, not the best, but a very good leader.
Okay.
Because like objectively, Whitebeard has is 6K fucking body who's red. Rebecca has a search ability plus her card pull's great. Zoro again, and crazy fucking card pull, red, good effect. Dofi, good cards, busted leader effect, and then Law just both good cards and busted leader effect.
Because the craziest thing to me about it too is like, so you have to think, if our list stays in effect, Croc would have been above Law and above Whitebeard, which is fucking crazy. To put to put Croc above Whitebeard is fucking insanity. I think that's the most clean way to look at it. This leader is not better than Whitebeard. That's fucking.
Well, we never claimed that it was better than.
No. If he was behind Dofi, he would have been ahead of Whitebeard.
You know what? I feel like there's a failure in communication, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Just move it on.
You know what? Croc has had far too much time in this video. Let's move on to our next leader.
I love it.
All right, let's talk about, I guess, another controversial one. Let's talk about Nami. Let's just get her out the way.
Wait, where's the other Croc?
He's right here.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll stay on the conversation of Croc. Where's Blurple Crocodile?
Well, you know what, Chris? You start this one off.
All right.
You have a
now,
special
where
place
does Smoker go?
Oh, wow. You didn't even want to talk about that, man? Alrighty.
So Blurple Crocodile. Oh my god, I keep doing it. Blurple Crocodile, I think.
It's not his time yet.
Brother, that's every single tier list.
It's not his time yet, bro.
One day.
I think that he is. I think he's a C tier leader. I want him to be good. I think he's got some sauce.
Alright.
Okay, let's just look at. So I think he fucking explodes to Rebecca. He actually plays very well into Whitebeard, surprisingly. He explodes to Zoro. I have no idea how he plays into Dofi. I feel like he would win that.
He does because he still has access to Red Rock and to recycle it with the Sunday.
I have no idea what his law matchup looks like. I'm not gonna lie. He dies to Croc, to Mono Croc. He dies to Blurple Queen. Yellow in general. Okay, no, yeah, he's C.
Okay, cool. All right.
He's C. He's just, it's not his time. But it will be soon. It will be. Come OP05, I'm telling you.
I promise.
I'm telling you, OP05. OP05. Actually, no, not OP05. I was thinking OP05. But if Sakazuki is the leader to be, if Sakazuki's running everywhere with fucking Red Rock, then I just don't know when Croc ever does it. I don't know, man. I don't think Sakazuki ever stops seeing play. I think unless Bandai puts him on the list, I think, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just move on. Where do we put Nami?
Nami, I think, is realistically, I think it would make more sense to just put like a weird tier. I'm not telling you to add it or anything, but just like she's in this weird tier where it's like she's technically a C tier deck, but like sometimes she just beats everybody because she just high rolls. Yeah. So like
I'll just put
I think she's a C tier list. Yeah, she's top of C, but she's not there because she's technically better. It's just sometimes you just win.
Yeah, I think she's just one of those leaders. I don't really think that there is much.
She's a mill deck.
She can win every matchup, but she can also just lose to herself.
Yeah. So like that's what it is. She has the capability to win everything, but she also just loses to everything.
Yeah, so. I think she's just. The only reason I'm putting her in C. Well, what we discussed also, but also I think a leader with this much variance, I think you just stick her right in the middle. You just drop her.
Yeah.
For Trevor, Arlong.
Arlong is the top of D.
Top of D?
Top of D.
I think he's better than Croc. He's way better than Sakazuki, actually.
That's why he's at top of D.
I'm gonna stick him in. I'm gonna stick him in
Alright.
here because that would mean that I'd have to put Croc in D, and that's where he
You're
probably
right.
goes, but I don't want to.
I think
That's
my
fine.
dark horse of OP04 would be Blurple Kaido. I think he should go higher in C.
He should. He definitely should. I think he's a B tier leader. I think he's
Who Blurple Kaido?
Purple Kaido.
Yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree.
He's
with that
definitely a
one.
B tier leader. Where he falls in B, I think he's better than.
He still has the blue outs and Red Rock the Kid. Sakazuki.
He had 10 drop Kaido if he really wants to.
I don't think if he really wants to. I think he just does. It's a good card.
Yeah.
Both 10 drop Kaidos if you really want to, depending on the meta.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the fact that he doesn't play like
Kaido back to back.
if he isn't doing purple 10 drop, if he's doing blue, the fact that he can, because the whole thing with him before was like if he ran purple 10 drop, he would minus so much Dawn. So it was usually you have to like play around that and your leader ability, but you can just do a 10 drop Kaido and just minus your Dawn. Like you don't have to manage Dawn nearly as much with new blue 10 drop Kaido. I think he's better than Kid. I don't know. Maybe I think he might be better than Lucci.
It's weird. It's weird because like
He can bounce Isho and what's the 3 drop unkillable blocker?
Fukuro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can
Which that's
also
just an
bounce
11
8-drop
Dawn
Kid.
setback. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Red Rock just bounces everything.
He
or 10 drop
also
Kaido.
can bounce.
It's also establishing
Queens.
a 12k bottom.
He can bounce Queen's win condition.
Yeah.
You can't bounce the 9 drops, but yes, the 8 drops.
Yeah. Oh yeah, specifically the Katakuri. But I guess a good Queen player just wouldn't. Well, actually, because sticking Katakuri to board is still good. You put the Katakuri on board, you gain the life off of it, it puts something in, it takes the threat off the board, and then they have to spend 10 Dawn to answer it. So, and then at which point, then you just play the Katakuri again on the board the next turn, gain the life off of it. And then you can even use the Katakuri to heal yourself, and then heal off of it. Like, that's actually, I think that's good. That's not bad at all.
And then like he still has access to Onigashima, which is something that only him and his
And he
brother
gets
and
the
He's
blue
gained a
Searcher.
Searcher.
Yeah.
He's gained 2/2Ks that are in Archetype and searchable. I just don't know where he goes in B is the thing. He's definitely B. I just don't know where. I don't know where in this pile he falls.
We also
I
have the purple
like
zero
him.
cost event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
I
good.
like him above Ace for sure. I don't know if he's above or below Katakuri.
Is your frame
Oh,
right?
shit.
It looks off to me.
You think, I don't know. I think 4 Rad Beam is still 4 Rad Beam. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the ace before red.
Yeah, but you have 9 cost 10k rushers, you have 12k bodies. Like,
Because I think Blurple Crocodile still
Yeah,
loses
Rad
to a
Beam's-
lot of shit. And I think there's a lot of stuff that Ace just having 4 Rad Beam is just good for him. I don't know if he is better than Ace. I don't know.
I say bottom of B, and then we'll see. Because we still gotta place the Dolphy,
Yeah.
which we're still deciding where if he's B or C.
Yeah, because I think Ace still has the better matchup spread also. Because Kaido, like, he just loses to this. He just loses to
'Cause-
this. He loses to this.
oh. How does he lose to Rebecca? He plays his big fuck, he bounces your Luffy, bounces your Kairos.
That's one card. Most of that matchup is because a lot of that deck is like leaning into 9 drop. Now that Onigashi was searchable and they gained a searcher, they can consistently get to the Onigashi mode. They can consistently do 9 drop on 9 drop. That doesn't do anything to Rebecca. No, not to mention like
this
his whole thing
Kaido-
is ramping. Rebecca, a
Yeah,
good
but-
Rebecca will just put Kyros on the board so it'll never get destroyed, so he'll never ramp off of it. So all it is the Onigashi, but and then if Sabo hits the board, Sabo isn't getting popped either, so she's not ramping off of it. Like, and then it's also Sabo gives her a 5 drop blocker she can put on the board that can't be popped by 9 drop. Like all he has into that matchup is 10
It's
drop,
just on
and
the
that's
turn
it.
it's played. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
but that's just Rebecca, and we already established Rebecca is S tier.
right. But that's the thing.
We're just trying to establish him within B.
No, I know that. No, but what I'm getting at is having a bad matchup to an S tier leader is damning. For instance, you can have a deck that beats everything, but if you lose to the best deck, then your deck's ass. That's just the reality of it. If you lose to the best performing deck, if your intention is to go into an event and win, and your deck loses to the best matchup, you do not have a good deck.
All right.
I don't know. I think, and then also I think the fact that he never did anything in OP04 in Japan is also just telling as well. That's also telling as to just how fucking bad that matchup is. So I think that he is. I think he's better than Lucci.
Okay.
I think he's probably better than Lucci. I don't know. I still think that might be a bit too high, but he's a fun leader. I think he's the most fun new leader, but I don't think he never did anything, and that's for a reason. He can't win the matchups that matter. All right, let's talk about Kinemon.
Unamon?
Or actually, let's finally put Dofi on the list. All right, you guys,
Yeah,
you have more to
bottom
look
of B.
at. Where you got what?
He's bottom of B, like I said.
He beats Nami. He's
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bottom of B.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about Kinemon.
Kinemon is also better than Nami, but I can't give him B tier. So he's the best of C. Because, like, if you can't break a Kinemon board, then yeah, he's gonna win. But the moment it's broken, it's gone. You know, like, there's no coming back. There's no you grinding the game out.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
Actually, you know what? Nah, I would say Magellan is better. Isho is better. The Yamato is better. I would say he's between Magellan and
Ivankov.
Ivankov. I think that's where he really belongs.
I think that's too low.
I was gonna say, that's a fate worse than death, brother.
That's way too low.
Then do you think he's better than Magellan but worse than Yamato? I will say Yamato's better.
I think he's better than Isho. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
And I think he is. I don't think Nami should be allowed to high roll her way to the top of C. I'm gonna give it to Kinemon. At least he works for it, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well then, like, you know what? The more I look at C tier, I think Yamato is still better than all of them in C tier.
I agree with that, actually. I agree with that 100%. As the list fleshes out, I do think she's better too.
I think Yamato is actually the perfect definition for a good middle tier deck, where it's like, this is something that you could take to a local event and top. But I think that's the extent of where Yamato truly stands in OP04, is that if you want to top a local, you could do it with her.
Top a local.
All
right. What's all purple Kaido? He doesn't gain the Blurple stuff, unfortunately.
He's in C tier. I don't know where, but he's in C tier. Because he still has the famous kill combo, and that's still strong.
He does.
Like, it's still hard. Like, if he puts you in that position where he goes 10 drop, blow up everything. Well, like, he goes, swing with everything, 10 drop, blow up the board. Then next turn, it's like, I'm going to swing 12 at you with my leader, and then effect, and then 12k again.
I think he would fall. I think Magellan's the better purple leader.
So Kaido's better than Ivankov? I stand
I
by
don't know if I agree with that. I don't like Ivankov. I think it's probably the better deck. God, Ivankov doesn't do anything either anymore, though. It's, yeah, sure. He can go ahead. Well, actually, what does purple gain in OP04? What's our purple leader in OP04? It's...
Iceberg.
Oh, he gained nothing. No. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, that answers that. Alright, so neither of them have... Well, Ivankov gained Red Rock.
Yeah, so then he's better than, yep, those two.
Yeah. I agree. Croc, I'm really thinking... I'm really thinking he probably doesn't belong in C-tier. The more I look at him. Blurple Crocodile.
Yeah, put him in.
I think I might have to drop you.
Put him in B-tier, brother.
Put him in B.
That's exactly what I meant by that. That's exactly. You know what I need to do moving forward? I need to make him the face of. So at least he could at least take the top of something. I'm gonna make him the face of S-tier moving forward.
I was looking at the leader the other day. He just has cut off kanji and a speech bubble in
He
his,
does. What the fuck?
It's so awful looking.
I love it.
I still think it's the best.
I love it.
I fucking love it. He looks great. Okay. All right, Croc. All right, Sanji. We haven't talked about an Iceberg tier leader in a minute.
Well, I don't think he's Iceberg. The funny thing is he's not good in standard, but in sealed,
doesn't mean anything.
He is in a. It does.
That means absolutely nothing.
That's pre-release. For pre-release, it matters.
Doesn't mean anything. No.
No, I don't think he's Iceberg though. Like he has cool combos with like the Onigiri Love Mellow into a vanilla.
Oh my god! Look at these cards you're naming. These cards are. Okay.
Hey, that's why he's not on the top half of the list. We're talking about the bottom half.
Oh, you don't think he's in the top half of Iceberg tier? Because I don't either.
Oh no, I would say he's the worst D-list.
You know what? If you're not putting him in D tier, then I think Odin's coming out of D tier also. Because I think Odin's better than Sanji. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yo, that's some copium if I ever heard any.
You think that Sanji's better than Odin?
Sanji says play with 12 Dawn without having to discard a card.
But fill
you
your
have to
deck
have
up with vanillas
in your deck, and you have to have a board of 3 or less, and your opponent can play around.
Vanillas means there's always counter, and also.
Where do you want him, Manny? Where do you want Sanji?
I'm D tier. That's all I'm saying. It's yo, bro.
You want this fucker in D tier?
This is you.
You know what? You know what?
All right, choose either Sanji or Zeph go in D tier. One of those two are going into Iceberg.
No, you've literally chosen for him.
There we go. Iceberg. Sanji goes to Iceberg. Z goes to D tier.
Okay. All right. Well, he can at least have the top of Iceberg, I guess. That was cruel, Nick. You knew what the answer to that was.
I know.
Nick literally decided Sanji was Iceberg.
Yep.
Okay.
I hate Sanji in every iteration.
All right. Where do we
Black
put
Yellow Big Mom?
Black Yellow Big Mom?
She's in D tier. It's just the fact that like the two colors don't do anything.
They don't.
They don't. But like she has good colors.
She does nothing.
Yeah.
She's really bad. I don't know why people keep coping on her. It's because people don't just cope on her. Like, she's A tier.
She's D tier at best. The only thing that's carrying her that hard to even D tier, because I would throw her in Icebeard. I would throw her in Iceberg tier if it wasn't for the fact that she could play 10 drop Big Mom.
God.
If it wasn't for that, she would be in Iceberg tier.
This leader is so fun. Like, I've seen so many lists where people are arguing for how she's just barely not making it an A. I just don't get it. No, she is D tier, and she
is she above
is...
or below V?
I don't know. I think she's
below Vivi. I would say that.
okay. You know what? It's 2. It's 2-1. She can have it. So I don't have to think about it.
There you go.
All right, that's not on my.
Thinking is for the weak.
All right, your full Croc.
Blurple Crocodile, I think, is.
Yeah, Fletcher is on some cope about this later. He says Blurple Croc is a menace.
A menace to what? A menace to competence?
Yeah, sure. Like, he has it built and offered to play me against it, and I really should have done it while we're out the regionals. I just really didn't want to play this game.
I think he is. I think he's C. There was a time where he was actually doing a little bit of shit for a minute. You know,
I don't know enough
it didn't last.
of that leader to really give an input. But just based off what we have in D, I would say he automatically goes to C because he beats everything in D. But
he's not as bad as the D-tier leaders. He just isn't.
The only thing I could say though is that unless you're just gonna keep going off the side, I think Smoker is better than him, so Smoker would go into C. So
I think Smoker's B.
Well, either way, you don't have room to fit these cards. So
Blurple Croc is not actually in B tier.
You're right. You're right. He's an S tier. What were we doing this whole time?
You know what?
Bro, just blow up his picture, replace the Whitebeard tier.
You know what? You know what? Actually, just cover his whole picture covers the whole screen. You know, this is the only leader that matters.
It really is.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
So that's Blurple. Here's Yerple, and he's C. All right. Okay. All right. Now with that out of the way, let's actually put Zephyr on the list. Where does he go?
Zephyr's in D, and I think he's better than every. I think he's better than all
than.
D.
I think he is. I think he is ahead of Crow behind Garp. What do you think, Manny? I think you want to put him ahead of Garp, I'm imagining.
I would put him ahead of Garp and ahead of Zakazuki.
You know what? Sure. I don't see why not.
Because like,
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's D tier. Like
we're matters.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he's moved from the back of D
to the front of D
to the top.
To the front of the special bus. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Somebody has to sit there. Somebody has to be, you know,
He's
like the bus monitor. No. No. You remember the bus monitor that would have the yellow sashes?
That was me for a moment.
Patrol?
No, my school never had that.
Oh, what the fuck?
Really?
Weird. That's crazy.
Until Magnus bullshit was kind of ghetto.
Where do we put Luffy?
Somewhere behind the Croc.
Well, that could be. That's 5 different tiers. It could be.
I would say he's somewhere in B.
I think so too.
He's somewhere in B.
I think he's better than Kid.
He's better than Kid, but he loses to everything else. I would say
that's crazy. Well,
not loses everything else, but like
he's definitely Blurple Kaido's the whole problem is like if the game goes past like turn 6, he just loses. This leader just loses steam so fucking fast.
I would think maybe move the Kaido to the so me real fast, just thinking. I would move the Kaido to the back. So it'll be from the back. It will be Kaido, Kid, Luffy, Doflamingo, and then the rest of the line. I think that's the right way because Luffy does well against other decks.
The whole thing though is like there are 2 yellow decks. There's 3 yellow decks in B tier, and Luffy just cannot fucking beat yellow. He just can't.
No, exactly. But that's why But I think Dolphy is better than Luffy for the fact that Dolphy has an easier Zoro and Whitebeard matchup. Oh, it was the Trevor. Well, he dipped up.
Oh yeah.
I think Dolphy has a better Whitebeard Zoro matchup than Luffy Zoro Whitebeard matchup.
Luffy beats Zoro. Luffy also beats Whitebeard.
No, yes. But I'm saying Dolphy has an easier time doing it than Luffy. That's
No, he does not. Well, that's crazy. Those Whitebeard is what made Luffy good. This is his easiest matchup. This is Luffy's easiest matchup by far. And Luffy also plays really well into Zoro. It's not even like he has to fight for it. It's just a good matchup. And they're not matchups that he can win. They're matchups that he should win.
Okay, so then it'll be Luffy, Dolphy, Kid, Kaido.
Luffy. So actually, I think I'm sleeping on Kid. I think Kid might be better.
Okay.
Dolphy has Red Rock, and that has to count for something. And
yeah, because of the Red Rock, if we're just looking at yellow matchups with Luffy and Dolphy has the Red Rock to deal with the yellow matchup, while I believe Luffy doesn't really gain anything for the yellow matchup.
All right.
Also, did you not include the 4.5 liters on purpose?
Just say yes.
No, I did not. I did not. Okay. Wait a minute. All right. Well, oh, God. No, we do have to put them on here. We just have to. Okay. What's the other leader? I forgot. I'll add all of them at the same time.
Uta.
It was Uta.
Mono red Uta, and then the 3 red purple leaders.
Okay. Alrighty. So then let's go ahead and put King in Iceberg tier.
Yep.
But I think he's above Shanks, but below.
I think King realistically is.
I think he's at the top.
Behind Sanji, but the second best leader. Because he still has.
I think with OP05, I can agree with that.
I think OP05 he goes a lot higher. I think he's no longer in this tier.
Yeah, but I think now he's the second best leader because he still has access to Onigashima. He has 10 drop Kaido. You know, he still has generically good purple parts.
Because I just think like the scale of shit leaders, is with the addition of stuff like this, I think like there's stuff he's better than now. So like he's better than Iceberg. He's better than Shanks. He's better than this. That's not a question. I don't even know what this does. I'm gonna be honest. Like
I feel like our King tier shrunk a lot compared.
It really did. Look how big I made it. We didn't even fucking fill out the first row. Okay, so we.
You know what? Yeah, he's the best of Iceberg. I'm down with that.
I think so. I think just having purple Animal Kingdom pirates is better than Sanji.
A usable effect. A slightly usable effect.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere to put Smoker and B-tier.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Well, so we'll go out. Who doesn't matter at this point? Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and add in the other three leaders. Four leaders. Actually, I guess. The leaders are now in. Oh, Croc, you're tiny now. I didn't make you the right size. Okay, so we have. So that was very short-lived. He's no longer the top of this tier. It's Uta. It's Uta. It's not even a question.
I like how originally the thing was Sanji's back, you have to play vanillas, but then Uta's back, you have to play vanillas.
Uta's better because she's a 5 life red leader.
5 life.
Yeah. I'm
Literally,
not saying,
the thing that is the fact that she does shit with vanillas is why she's down here. So that's sure as fuck is gonna apply to Sanji too.
True.
Alrighty, so we have this video with the addition of these 3 leaders. It's just extended quite a bit.
Well, we agreed Smoker goes in B tier. It's just where in B tier.
Smoker, I think he's near the top of it. I think he's like behind Katakuri maybe. Oh no, he's behind Lucci. He's behind Lucci. He's the black leader with the worst Whitebeard matchup, so he shouldn't be ahead of him.
But you think Ace is better than Smoker?
I don't, is the thing. I think we fucked up on these two.
That's fine, just move the Ace behind Smoker.
Yeah. Alrighty, and then we put Ace. And then, alrighty, Manny, start the discussion on Law.
In my heart, the dude is triple S Devil May Cry high score tier. But in reality, Law's A tier. He's probably on the.
He's A.
I would say from the cards that I see, I think he's better than Blue Croc. I think he's better than Blue Croc. He's better than Law.
No,
Don't forget, we're talking.
That's crazy.
This is OP04.5. This is we just.
You don't
got
have the new
started
purple
next, we still
shit
have
yet.
Oh
OP04.
yeah, that's right.
This is not
Hold on,
OP05.
that's right. Then no. I think. All right. Oh, that's right. God damn it! I keep thinking of Set 5. In 4.5, I would say he is in B tier somewhere.
4.5, he's in B tier.
I would say he's somewhere there. In Set 5, he's in A tier. He's not the best deck in Set 5, but we're not there yet. But right now, he's in B tier.
Okay.
When he pops off, he pops off.
Where do we think he? I don't think. Okay.
I think
he's
realistically,
bottom of B.
I think realistically, he's
better than Kaido.
He's better than Kaido. I would say he's better than Luffy and Dolphy. I just don't know if he's better than Kid.
You think he's better than these two without his new stuff?
Yeah, because the thing is, you can still round table and then you can still build a board. And it's one of those things. But you have to realize he doesn't destroy. He bottom decks.
No, I'm
so
aware.
a lot of the black cards that like are immune to destruction, he can just deal with very easily. He doesn't have to work too hard about it. And then like he gets to cheat out the Brooks, and the Brooks are just menaces. Like that's just my thoughts. But like he's on the lower end of the B tier. I just don't know if he's better than Kid.
I don't know if
I
I
would
even
have said
think
the bottom of
he's
B tier just because, like, at best is bottom of B because what he comes with in the starter deck is not good.
I don't think it's enough. I think 5. I think he gets a lot better. I don't think. Like I'm having a hard time even justifying him being better than Yamato in 4.5.
Oh no, he is better than Yamato. If you want to put him at the bottom of B, like that's fine. I agree with it. Like that's just what it is. But I know he's better than Yamato.
Okay, where do we want to put Kid? I think Kid's
Worse
somewhere
than
mid B.
Really?
Bro,
Yeah,
the
with the
structure
starter
that
deck
gives him
stuff
so many
alone,
cards that actually synergize with him.
That's right. I keep thinking of Set 5 and it's like, anyways, yeah.
I like Kid a lot.
I think he's really good. And in OP05, when he gets his blocker, he only gets crazier. Where would we put him? I think
5 life 2 color leader that is constantly just -1 Dawn plus 2k.
Yeah.
He has access to a 7 drop that gives him Whitebeard effect.
And he
has
just
access
takes
to
the
Whitebeard
first
as
life
well.
and becomes a 5k leader again. And then, which just makes him a 4 life dual leader with an extra card. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I would
say
put
he
him
would
maybe
up Smoker.
behind Green Kid. Or in front of Green
I think
Kid.
he's better. I like him more than Ace.
That's why I said above Smoker.
I could see that. Because if this Ace is up here, then that means that 4 Radical Beam and all that are running around, and he can play that too.
True.
And Radical Beam, he also hits even faster than Ace because, you know, he just takes the first life anyway.
Now,
I do think for the Luffy we have to do the thing.
Yep, I was going to say that. I think Luffy, it's the same as per usual. This leader has 2 very different. I don't even know how to rank the other one. I haven't like even tried or thought about it. I think this leader. If our list does not change, if we do not have the Whitebeard package, if the stuff comes off the list and he's full power again, I think this leader, I think he's better than Rebecca. I don't know if I think he's better than Croc though. I think he's better than Whitebeard. Oh no, honestly, I'll let you guys talk this. If it's me, I'm just sticking him at the top of the list.
I would also agree. You just throw him at top of the list. Like even in set 4.5, if we have the 4 Whitebeards, the 4 Rad Beans, the 4 Marcos, I think yeah, that man goes right there. It's nasty because everything that makes Whitebeard strong, Luffy does it with an extra color pool and has the ramp capability to get to Whitebeard in 7-drop Kid.
He has an extra color pool.
He has 8 Whitebeards.
He has an extra color pool. He can play the Whitebeard faster. Like you're saying, he not only does he have ramp to play the cards faster though. Once he is at 10, he starts playing 11 Dawn turns. He just plays with an extra Dawn every single turn. And not to mention, unlike Whitebeard, he actually has life to protect. Whitebeard will at some point he'll take himself to 0. Luffy can sit on the last 1 or 2 life for so long. It's not even. The fact that he's a 3 life leader that can end the game on more than 1 life is crazy. The fact that most of the life he takes is by choice is crazy.
Yes. Whitebeard could lose to the cheesy Zoro player that plays the 1 copy of Diablo Jumbo and then puts 9 Dawn on Zoro's swing. They could lose to that cheeky thing because naturally Whitebeard will eventually hit 0. There's nothing to stop that. Luffy could be like, I'm at 1 life with 1,000 cards in hand.
Yeah, Luffy will never
can't do it.
Luffy will never have to worry about dying to a double kit swing or to a second Rob Lucci swing. He never has to worry about dying to he never has to worry about Rebecca 7-drop
Luffy OTK.
Yeah, like the things that kill Whitebeard do not kill Luffy. They just don't.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny because we just stuck this leader at the very top, but now there's another discussion to be had. If we go into the next list or next set and the list is not lifted, where does he go? I have no idea.
I think he's still A. I would say he's either the lowest A or he's the highest B. But arguably, I would say realistically, he's gonna be either lowest A or mid A.
Hey, I don't think he's lowest A. I think he's better. I guess the best way we look at it is if he's limited. So actually, I think the best way to look at it is we just look at Whitebeard. Because any hits that are happening to Whitebeard, if Whitebeard's here with the hits, then I think Luffy's just ahead of him with the hits also.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
that just makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, it's in the middle of A.
Yeah.
Because when he really shines in set 5, we get some more cards that enter the A list. So if it's a hit red purple Luffy in set 5 and we still have 1 Whitebeard, there's other A lists. But right now, yeah, if he only has the 1 Whitebeard, the 1 Rad Beam, and the 1 Marco, yeah, he'll always just be better than Whitebeard.
Yeah, that's exactly. I like that this video start we saying that for the first time we've forgotten no leaders, and this was video where we've gotten the most leaders by far. Forgot the most leaders by far. I also like for anybody who skips to the end, they're like, what the fuck happened in the Whitebeard tier?
Yeah.
I also like the fact that Whitebeard is not the top of Whitebeard tier. He's not even...
Well, because to be fair, in set 4, we don't have the Luffy.
That
Luffy's
is true.
4.5.
4.5 Luffy takes over, but yeah. No, I agree. I agree this 100%. Alright, boys, let's look over the list and anything here look like it needs to be rectified.
I think we fine-tuned it pretty well while doing it.
I think it's really good, yeah.
I don't have any issues per se.
Nice.
Realistically, I think the more I look at it, I think the Ace in D tier should be above Zeph. I think the Ace is actually the best D tier deck.
That's fair.
The more I look at it, it's just the fact that it's like, he does alright to the other colors. That he gets shit on by Rebecca, but against the A tier decks, he beats 2 of them fairly easy.
With the hits?
With the hits. He still beats Law. He still beats Zoro. He doesn't
yeah, that's fair.
He beats them very easy. And then the
Flame
Emperor...
if he is playing against them with the hits, they also have the hits.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then Flame Emperor is still a good card against Yellow because they go cat. You go Flame Emperor. You kill the cat, and it doesn't matter if they heal. You're taking the extra life anyways.
I do like that Wano is leading the C tier.
Yes.
So between yellow and green, Wano's dominating C tier. Anything? I think Shanks might be better than Black Luffy.
Well, you should know you're the Shanks master, bro.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna make the executive decision here.
No, everything else looks good to me.
Yeah, this looks great. We did a damn good job. I love it too. So I'm like, we did a damn good job on this list, and there's gonna be somebody in the comments section. What do you mean, Black Yellow Big Mom's at the bottom of D? There's gonna be that one person. Not even that one person. That whole community.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Oh no. Oh no. Like I was just gonna say that I'm not gonna lie. We went through a lot of cards, and even though we had our rebuttals, I think we went through this list pretty smoothly. I think we all came to consensus pretty fine.
I think so. I think we did a really good job on this list. We did a really good job on this list. But I guess not to toot our own horns then. Until next time. Like I said before, you haven't already subscribed to my boy Manifest, go ahead and head over there. But until next time, we'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.